Alright, we'll be going step by step on a website audit using Screaming Frog and Excel. Have fun! If you guys hear any walking around, that's my dog being a dog, and if he barks, he'll scare the crap out of me too. I'll try to edit that out as we go along. But what we're going to do is use Screaming Frog to go to the website and export it to Excel, so we do some conditional formatting and see what needs to be optimized to the best that we can do to get it started. So what I'm going to do is do it on my site first with Screaming Frog. Get that started. Just so you can see what it looks like. It'll be like this, all the way down. And then we can be able to sort it however you like. Smallest from largest, and we'll do largest there. And that way you can kind of see where everything's going. See? And then like word count, smallest to largest, word count's right there. And then go from there. Bada boom, bada bing. Alrighty, so we have our site scraped or crawled by Screaming Frog. So all you can do is go up here to export. You can rename it whatever you want. So we'll do test here. Do its thing. Go up to Excel. Open Sesame. There we go. Open that bad boy up. So then you'll have all this here. So when you the only difference is when you export, it's going to have the address and all these tabs that went across in Screaming Frog downloaded already. Another thing that it does, another way to do it, is that you can actually copy and paste the whole thing. So you just stick it there, copy, or select all is Control A or Command A. Copy that. I'll show you what it does. Another tab here. Does the same thing, but as you can see right here, see there's nothing else up there. So when you export it, it's still there, okay. It's going to have the tabs across, just like it does in Screaming Frog up here, okay? So that's one cool thing there. Just something less, just less work for us to do there. Alright, so once we have all that, we can just delete that entire row. Delete, unless you want to put something else there. And then you're good. We don't need the URL, the page address for right now. So let's get going on some formatting. So click B there. Conditional formatting. New rule. Then only format only cells that contain. Right here, I'm going to do specific text. So HTML format. And it's just taking a little bit longer because I've got a lot of stuff going on. So if you want to do color, Go up here. And let's just do it as green. I like the color green. No, not that one. Oh. Fill. And thin color. Our font is going to stay black. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. Bada boom, bada bing, see? So then we're going to do it on the other types of files here. So we've got that. Google. Specific. So we've got CSS. Fill. Then we'll just do this one as a critical thing is more colors. Or we can do fill effects. See how that works? We'll try that one out. See? Okay, and that's how it will look. Something different. You can play along. If you want to do, if you're doing this for somebody else, or just have your favorite colors, then go take it from there. So then we will do the other ones here. Just giving you some options that you can do. Specific text, that one. Images. So mostly what we're going to be concerned with is the HTML, which is going to be the text, and the images. So we'll do that one is orange. Good there. Self-containing, of course. Edit, go there. Format. We'll do those as red. There we go. And this one too. Because I have an S. You don't need that S on there because right here. Hello. That one didn't show because I had the S at the end of it, so. Voila. Alright, so now we're going to move to status code. Yeah. And we'll go here, containing, 200, which is a good one. So if it's good, we'll do green. See? Voila. Enroll. Format only cells that contain specific text. I'm going to use those as the same color. We'll do those as orange. Because the yellow that they've got there, it's like, damn, it's too 90s or 80s style highlighting. Oof. Hurts my eyes. know sometimes if you've got a 302, so we'll do that as well. Specific 302 format. Okay. And then the last one we're going to do under status code is the 404s. And be ready. Alright. So then the next one I'm going to do is the title. I'm going to see if I check something out. This one's new. New rules. If they're blank, maybe. Then it goes as red. See if that works. Ooh, yes. There we go. I don't have this on the other one, so that's kind of neat. Just so the bound stands out. So if it has something, no blank, we'll do that in green. So that way when they're looking at everything, if everything is green, then you're good to go. I'll make our own version of Yoast with the green lights and all that other stuff. Well, sometimes you don't need all that. So the title, it goes over something is what we're going to want. And you can change this whatever you want. And it can change at any time. I know Google did. No, that was on the descriptions, never mind. So we'll do specific text. If it goes over, I think it's values. No. What was it again? Yes. Greater than. I'll just do 70 for right now. And take this as red. Okay. And then, just so we're keeping everything consistent, we'll do everything less than equal to, say, we won't do that. Contains equal to 0. I'm going to do that as well. Well, no, because then that wouldn't make any sense. So I'm going to change that and do manage rule. 0 on that tab. Do it as the orange. Okay, and you can do the same thing with the pixel width. Alright, so we've got another description here. So we want to do the same thing as we did with the title. So there we go. Got a big. If it's blank, then we want it to be red here. And if it contains something, we want it to be green. Right here. It's no blank. I want it to be green. Okay. So for our red description, so on this one right here, it's going to be pull that out. Pixel width or length, but the characters, and that includes spaces as well. So put it on here. Again, anything that is equal to 0. We're going to format. No, we'll do that. This red right there. If it's 0, we'll do that orange. So if it's over 170, I think it's 160, 170, then we want it to be highlighted. To greater than, we'll just do 160. Format, and we'll do it red. So of course, do we have anything? Nope. That one right there, 177. So that one's over. So we'll definitely take a look at that one. But as you can see right here, 160 isn't highlighted. Okay? So I'm not too terribly concerned with the pixel width. It really depends on what y'all want to do. So we've got everything needs an H1. So with the length, I'm not too terribly concerned with, but an easy way to see what to highlight it, if it has 0, equal to 0, then we can format it red. Now a lot of these are going to be red because of the design change that I had. See? We'll go over here, and it's just going to be a good thing to see, check up on they're going to give you 2. So there's one H1, And there's two H1s. So I'm seeing now there's some. So if it's anything greater than 1, we want to take that out. I think that had something to do with the design change that I had in WordPress. So that's no problem. We'll take it greater than 0. We can, while we're doing this, we can go ahead and check everything out. Okay, so then H2, we can take a look at these later and see if it's exactly the way you want it. You don't have to have an H2 in your text, but it doesn't hurt to have a way to spot it. Depends on what the purpose of the web page is. It's always a good double check to have that you've got. There we go. What else we've got? Okay. So for links, we've got Inlinks here. And then we can do conditional formatting. Go to the color scale and then this. Just so that way it's a blend, it's a gradient. So everything's going to be at 0, at the very bottom is going to be 0. The highest one is going to be the green, and it's going to fade in between those so you can see visually which pages have the most links, internal links, and which ones have the least amount. It's more for importance. Look at that. There we go. Same thing for this one. Alright. And then another thing I like to do, so you can see some of the word count is 0, right? And then some of it's 347. The other one's 1508. So that's just a good double check there. And we're going to do the color scales as well. And you can choose different ones. See how it kind of goes to the blue, the bottom, blue for the top there. You see that 1508 in that? But we'll just keep it the same and go from there. So now we don't want the title to have that color, so we just highlight the row, which is 1. Conditional, and then clear the rules just for that, those selected cells. Okay. Then if you want to format it differently, we can do the bold there. And pull it up some. Alright. Also keep that highlighted. Go to data and filter it. So what that's going to allow you to do is sort it within a column. So we're here at the status code, right? So maybe you want to see all of them, all the ones that are for the force, right? So we just want all the ones that are for the force. Look, we just have one. Which one is that? Oh, the resume there. I think I was messing around with it. I don't know if I want that on my website or not. See? Or we can go select all. You can do largest to smallest. There we go. See? Oh, it goes back. And then largest to smallest, so it gives you all that. Or smallest to largest. So then all your 200s are okay. You just want to look at just the content. You can actually sort by color as well, see? Sort by color. Whee! There we go. And there we go. Simple enough.